when you have matrices, you find determinants. And this is the first example. It's going to say evaluate the determinant of the matrix. We will be using determinants, well, in the next video lesson for this section on Cramer's rule. And you use determinants for a few other things that you do with matrices. So let's just go ahead and show you how to do these determinants. It says evaluate the determinant of the matrix. And what we're looking at here is we're looking at diagonals down and then diagonals up. And so what you do is you take the down diagonal and then you subtract the up diagonal from it. Well, how do we get this down diagonal? Well, you multiply. 4 times 1, and then you're going to subtract, what's the up? -3 times +2. And so if we look here, 4 times 1 is 4, -3 times +2 is -6. Subtracting a negative becomes a positive, and we're looking here at 10. The determinant, you might say the determinant, and you notice here, back here, it's still in a matrix. When you go to write the determinant, you don't put a matrix with it. You put just those vertical lines with it. So the determinant of this is equal to 10. And that's what you're looking at for your evaluation there. The next slide is another one just like this. Why don't you go ahead and calculate that, see if you can come up with a solution yourself, and see if it matches mine. You can pause the video to do that and then hit play and make sure it matches. I'm looking at the down diagonals. 3 times -1 is -3. We're going to subtract the up diagonal. 2 times -5 is -10. Make that a plus, and the determinant, 7. Okie dokie. That is if we are, that's how you do it. If we have a 2 by 2 matrix, that's how you do it. Now if you notice here, we have a 3 by 3 matrix, which is a little bit different. We're going to calculate the determinant here. So here's the matrix. Let's go ahead and calculate the determinant. When we do that, it's going to have those vertical lines there, and that means that we're calculating a determinant. Well, 3 by 3, if we look at the down diagonal there, well, this down diagonal only has 2 numbers in it. So where are we going to get the other numbers at? Well, that's the reason why you have to take this first row and this second row, and you're going to rewrite them out here at the end. So we have those rewritten out there at the end, and now if we look down diagonal, there's first number, second number, and third number, and you multiply those together. And the same thing here. So let's go ahead and do that with the first down diagonal. And 3 times 1 times 3 is going to be 9. Second down diagonal, -1 times -1 is +1 times +1. That is a +1. And then we have 5 times 2 times 4, which is 40. And you'll notice I'm putting plus signs here because we're still following this. All the down diagonals subtracted, or I'm sorry, all the down diagonals, and you subtract the up diagonals from it. Well, all of the down diagonals equal 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 40 is 50. All the down diagonals equal 50. Now we need to calculate what the up diagonals are equal to. So let's go ahead and do that. 1 times 1 times 5 is 5. How about 4 times negative 1? That's negative 4. And then times 3 is negative 12. And it's supposed to be a plus, negative 12. And then 3 times 2 is 6, times negative 1 is negative 6. And then how about all the up diagonals? What do they add up to equal? Negative 13 is what they add up to equal. Bring down this negative sign. And so now 50 minus negative 13, 63. And that's the determinant. A few more steps here. As long as you memorize the pattern, though, it's not too hard. It's just some multiplying and adding and subtracting. I have one example, one more example here for you to try on your own, and then you can determine whether or not you know how to do this. Let me know if you have any questions. I will whoa. All right, so if we look here, first step is to rewrite. You can try this, pause the video, and then hit play when you're ready to go. I'm going to kind of cruise through this a little bit quickly. Rewrite the first column. Rewrite the second column. Now let's look at the downs. Multiply all three of those, and you get negative 3. Multiply all three of those, and we're going to get 4. And all three of those give us 1. Let's look at the ups. Multiply all three of those, and we're going to get 3. Negative 1 times 2 times 1, negative 2. And multiply these. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, times 2 is 2. And so that's where we're at. Once again, we have the ups minus the whoa. Try again. We have the downs minus the ups. So we're looking at 2, negative 3 plus 4 plus 1. And on the right one, we are looking at 3. Determinant, negative 1. There's going to be some helpful examples to remember, because when we move into Cramer's rule, we're going to use those examples to do some of the problems in Cramer's rule. It'll save us a little bit of time. Alrighty, well, that's all we have for the moment. We will see you on the next one.